Lenny's brother Frankie gives chase, and holy shit!
Frankie!
That came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Frankie, no. No!
They just killed off a cartoon character right on camera. Traditionally, in animated movies, when a character dies, it's very subtle, and it usually happens off screen. Here, Frankie's head is brutally crushed in by an anchor in plain view. And then on top of all that, the filmmakers take absolutely no responsibility as far as portraying the seriousness of death in their movie. They handle it as callously and irresponsibly as a dark comedy would. There is zero accountability here as far as showing children that death is a very tragic and serious thing. No time to mourn his dead brother, as Lenny and Oscar see this as an opportunity. Lenny will use the implication that he also was killed in the incident to hide out with Oscar. All the while, Oscar will use the fact that it seemed like he killed Frankie to make himself look like a badass shark slayer, and use the publicity to make himself rich and famous. Wait, hold on. There are two things I don't understand here. Number one, Lenny doesn't find it disrespectful at all that this asshole is using his brother's death to make himself a profit. And then the other thing, nobody saw Oscar actually kill Frankie. So why would anybody believe this?
If any shark try to mess around in Oscar Town, he's going down.
Did you all take stupid pills this morning? Okay, get out of here, you barracudas. Any further questions will be fielded by me.
And you are?
I'm his manager, Sykes.
My manager?
Kid, you're a superstar. We're gonna make a fortune. Just let me handle it.
What about the 5Gs?
Forget the 5Gs. From now on, we're partners.
My manager and I are now prepared to take your questions.
Wait, not only are you taking credit for a murder to get rich and famous, which again is perfectly okay with Lenny, but now you're making Sykes your manager? He tried to kill you an hour ago! But who cares? Everyone gets what they wanted. Oscar is rich, Sykes gets to mooch off of him, Angie gets her pearl back, Lenny gets to work at the car wash in his crappy dolphin disguise. That's right, everybody lives happily ever. I forgot about those guys.
I could fly higher than an eagle.
My God, this movie is messed up and depressing. I hope they can balance this out with some form of levity.
Tambino, at this most difficult time, please accept my deepest condolences.
Thank you, Delphine, but...
Oh.
Just play the clip.
Poison gas.
Every great now and then, Oscar and Lenny have to put on a show in order to maintain the illusion that Oscar is a badass shark slayer.
Ah. Are you not entertained? You can't handle the truth. You had me at hello.
Oh, I get it, because that's a line from Jerry Maguire, and Renee Zellweger was in Jerry Maguire.
You shark slayer! Remember this name, Oscar the Shark Slayer!
Oh, and then that's a line from Ali, and Will Smith wasn't Ali, and what is the deal with all the cryptic movie references? I hate it when people make random ass movie references for no good.
Of course!
Under the genuine impression that Oscar is killing sharks, you know, because a 20-ounce fish killing 300-pound sharks is so plausible, the Shark Mafia agrees to meet so they can state their terms. Oscar, of course, approaches this situation with the utmost seriousness, as it could potentially mean making peace between the fish and the sharks. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. He acts like a big fat dumbass as usual. When suddenly the Dun Shark notices something familiar about Oscar's dolphin bodyguard.
What are you wearing? Huh? What is that?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, boss, it's Lenny. He was wearing a disguise so we wouldn't recognize him.
Angered by the deception, the Dawn Shark chases after Oscar. But once again, Big Fat Stupid Luck is this big fat stupid idiot's true superpower, as the Dawn Shark gets trapped in the whale wash. And once again, it looks like Oscar is a badass shark fighter. This time, however, Oscar confesses to all of his lies, which magically prompts the sharks to make peace with the fish and have a big dance party with them. Yeah! Wait, hold on. There's just one tiny, itty bitty little, insignificant little problem with this, you
What?
see. Sharks eat fish! They're gonna eventually eat all you dumb sons of bitches! Ah! This movie is dumb. It is so dumb. If you're just looking for a cheap laugh, and I'm talking Roger Corman cheap, then by all means, give it a watch. But otherwise, stay away. People always ask me why I believe Pixar films to be superior. The reason for that is when you watch them, the time and the effort that goes into them is very evident. This movie, however, is like no deep thought went into it. It's like they were more concerned with the cheap jokes, the bad puns, and the perplexing Godfather references than they were with telling a coherent story. Other than Angie, the characters are very difficult to like, not to mention that most of them are such broad, insulting stereotypes of black people, Italian people, and gay people that I'm not any of those things, and even I was insulted. So, is this DreamWorks' worst movie? That is still debatable. What I do know is that it is horrible, and it must be sent back to the pits of Tartarus. By the ancient powers of Atlantis, great Poseidon, I call upon your power to smite my enemies. Yeah.
Outrageous!
So that was one busted, thousands more to go. I'm E-Rod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster.
Okay. Maybe it's just me, but I think this is one of those turn off your brain and enjoy type of movies. I do not know. Maybe? I mean, I haven't seen Shark Tale in a while, but I remember liking it as a kid. And for the record, but there's one thing I think we can agree on. It'll never compare to Finding Nemo.